We're off to a great start. I broke the microphone. Don't worry, they trained me for this in comedy class. Can we start again? Welcome to the stage, Bill Conry. Woo! Thank you, everyone, for coming out. I know what you're thinking. Yes, another American. If we advertise this as an American's comedy night, would you have come? Yeah. Probably not. Yeah. Good thing our marketing team didn't get onto that. But it's great to be here in Barcelona. I've been traveling a ton this year. I was in India a few months ago, and I stand out just a little bit in the country of India. Yeah, you probably know why. And a lot of the locals are wanting to take photos with me. Maybe this has happened to you if you've been to Southeast Asia before. But people are like, can you take pictures with my family? I was on a ferry yacht in Mumbai. This cute little girl came up to me and she's like, please, can you pose with us? So of course, being the guy that I am, I took a cute photo. I had them send it to me, so you know that they're not making up this story. We had a real touching moment. We shared some laughs. They're walking away. I overhear the dad say, I can't believe I just met Jim Carrey. Didn't have the heart to tell him. 2 days later, I'm in Goa, India. If you haven't been to Goa, it's like the Mexico of India. Except somehow the food makes you shit even more. I'm in Goa, the same thing happened with some lads on the beach. They stopped me, we took a pic, we shared some laughs, they're walking away. One of the lads says, was that really the dad from Modern Family? That one normally splits the room. I think most of you got it. If you didn't get it, Google Phil Dunphy Modern Family after the show. This is my whole act, by the way. I named celebrities I resemble. Did I miss anybody? Yell it out. Anyone?
That like ventriloquist doll.
I don't know who that is, but it sounds creepy as
The motherfucker from Goosebumps?
Yeah, the one
The
from
motherfucker from
Goosebumps.
from
Goosebumps!
the Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like the doll.
Okay, that's too obscure of a reference. A couple weeks ago, I got the Belgian goalie, who's the Real Madrid goalkeeper. Apparently, he's like very good. Yeah, whatever his name is. And then someone told me the other week. He said Christian Bale. Oh. Then he adds with AIDS. A little bit. But it's good to be here. I'm from the United States of America. I went to university with Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer. Thank you. My biggest accomplishment to date. If it weren't obvious, he and I were the big men on campus, me and Phelpsy. Phelpsy. That wasn't the joke. I've done this joke dozens of times. No one's ever laughed at that. Now I'm concerned with continuing the joke. Well, I'm going to continue anyway. Me and Phelpsy were the big men on campus. If it weren't obvious already. Let's just say that between the two of us, we slept with 36 women. Also, between the two of us, we won 28 Olympic gold medals. I should have left that joke at this time. Speaking of the United States, we have the World Cup going. Big match tomorrow. The World Cup's being hosted in the United States. I learned a fun fact. So Italy is not in the World Cup this year. And I did some research, and I found out that Italy has not been in the past 3 World Cups. Oh. I did more research. Here's a fun fact. Do you know who has been in more World Cups than Italy this quarter century? Shakira. And she's undefeated. Those hips don't lie. And that's 2 Shakira jokes tonight. Let's see how many we can get to. I lived in Ireland for a while. I don't mean to brag, but I was widely considered one of the top 5 best comedians in Dublin. From America. Out of 4. Speaking of America, we have some very special guests in the house tonight. My parents are here. came out just for this comedy show. So I had to do a performance of a lifetime. I have a confession to make. So I've been telling my parents that I'm the best comedian in Barcelona.
No, we believe it.
And I will confess that's not true. I'm the best comedian in Europe. Who resembles Jim Carrey. So my dad's been practicing his Spanish on Duolingo. They were visiting my brother in Bilbao in the Basque Country and now me in Barcelona. And I explained to my dad, you practicing your Spanish, that's not going to be very helpful because in Bilbao they speak Basque and in Barcelona they speak English. I only did that joke because no Catalans are here. But living in Ireland, it was interesting just to see how the rest of the world perceives Americans. It was my first time living abroad, and spoiler alert, it's not very good. This came out in different ways in different contexts. Just a year ago, I was at Heathrow Airport, I'm renting a car, and they're giving me the keys. And the lady hears my accent, and she says, "Sir, just so you know, this car is a manual transmission." That's true. Are you sure you're okay with that? Or would you prefer the automatic? And I said, how dare you assume I can't have a manual just because I'm an American? But yes, I will take the automatic. And there better not be any roundabouts in this country. Are there any other Americans here, by the way? If you've navigated a roundabout, you know it can be pretty difficult. I was at the Edinburgh Fringe Fest last summer. If you don't know, it's a big comedy and arts festival in Scotland. And I was talking to a waitress. She says, "Where are you from?" I said, "Take a guess." She says, "I think you're from America, but I don't want to offend you if I'm wrong." So I told her I'm Canadian. It's interesting, I travel a lot for work. I hop on stages in different European countries. I gigged at, 13, 14 different countries at this stage. And it's interesting to see which parts of my set hits harder in which countries. There's different attitudes towards humor. For instance, French people laugh at the more subtle jokes. Italian people laugh at the more slapstick jokes. German people don't laugh. Do we have any Germans in tonight? Whereabouts in Germany are you from?
Berlin.
Berlin. Nice. Very German answer. Very matter of fact. Have you been laughing during the show?
Oh, a lot, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Berlin actually has a pretty big English-speaking comedy scene. There's a huge English-speaking comedy scene there. Most of the performers are not German. And I did a gig in Berlin. It was at the start of the year. It was in January. And I opened with that Jim Carrey joke. Now, the comedians in the back are sick of it. I open with it everywhere because it works everywhere. Except Germany. I open with that joke. It's a room this size. Nobody laughs. They nod their heads. It was the most German thing I'd ever seen. And then right after my set, this dude makes a beeline over to me. He gets out of his chair. He shakes my hand. He says, "That Jim Carrey joke. That was accurate." I guess that's what Germans go for, facts over laughs. Let me ask you a question. Just culturally, Germans are very sensitive about like data privacy, data security, like your internet, your information being breached. Is that a true statement?
Yeah.
Do you think that your phone is listening to you, that it's feeding you relevant social media ads based on your conversations? Do you think that's happening?
I think that's awesome.
Yeah. What about the rest of the audience? You don't think that your phone
Yes.
is listening?
Yes.
I think a lot of people have had that thought. Now, Facebook, Apple, they deny it, but sometimes there's just no other explanation. 2 weeks ago, I'm talking to a friend on the phone here in Barcelona. I'm walking by Taco Bell, and I tell him I'm about to eat at Taco Bell, okay? I'm about to get a Taco Bell, remember that. 5 minutes later, I go on Instagram, and what do I have an ad for?
Taco Bell.
Diarrhea pills. Thank you for yelling at the punchline. Comedians love it when the audience does it. How did it know? No, I have been doing that joke for a year. For those of you, the Americans or anybody that follows the news, have you heard about the explosive diarrhea outbreak in the Midwest?
Yeah.
So this is just recent, like cover story of the New York Times. The CDC got involved, like the federal government's involved. There's like a parasite, and it's linked to like thousands of literal explosive diarrhea outbreaks. And you're never gonna believe who the culprit was. Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It's like lettuce, it's like contaminated lettuce. Yeah, that's not really a joke, that's just a public service announcement. If you must eat at Taco Bell in the United States, don't have shredded lettuce. But one thing I learned from just being on social media, connecting with people from different countries, is that when English films are released in international markets, the titles are often lost in translation. Those from Germany, from France, you can probably relate to this. There's so many examples, but here's just a few of my favorites. Has anybody here not seen The Sixth Sense? From the late 90s, The Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis.
Not seen it.
Everyone's seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's known for a famous twist ending, which I might give away. But the film came out 30 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
In China, the title of The Sixth Sense translates to, "He's a ghost." Spoiler alert. My favorite, Forrest Gump. We all know Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks, mid-90s.
Yeah.
In Russia, the title of Forrest Gump translates to Dumb American. Which coincidentally was my nickname when I moved to Europe. So I lived in Ireland for a while. I moved to Barcelona about a year ago. I moved for work. I don't do comedy full time, which might come as a surprise because I'm so good. But I moved for my primary profession. There's more opportunity for career progression here in Barcelona. I work as a pickpocket. Any of my customers in tonight? My parents have been here 24 hours. They've already been pickpocketed 15 times. They've been scammed 3 times. 2 times from me. I'm trying to learn Spanish. It's very difficult for me to learn Spanish. See, like I speak Spanish, someone just responds in English. Kind of like what James was talking about earlier. I went to a party, a house party, hosted by a Spanish friend. It's gonna be all Spanish people just a couple weeks ago here in the Sans neighborhood. And I thought this is my opportunity to shine. I'm gonna practice. So we started with a softball. We're going around the room. Everyone is sharing their name and where they're from. So I'm practicing in my mind. I'm saying, "Me llamo Bill, soy de los Estados Unidos." Oh, if you don't speak Spanish, that translates to "My name is Bill. I'm from the greatest country in the world." So it gets to me, and I said, "Me llamo Estados Unidos." I didn't even know I fucked it up, but then I did. And the rest of the night, they called me El Capitan. Captain America. But it's hard. When I moved here a year ago, it was very hot here in Barcelona, and there's no air conditioning. I was complaining to a Catalan friend. I'm like, it's so no air conditioning here. It's very hot. And he said, "You Americans act like a bunch of babies." And right after he said that, he took a 3-hour nap in the middle of the day. I'll end with just a quick story. I'm gonna get out of here soon. But my claim to fame is that I'm an extra in the opening scene of the film Contagion. Has anybody seen the film Contagion besides my parents?
No.
So then it's a film about a pandemic that takes the world by storm. In 2011, when it was released, they classified it as a sci-fi thriller. Come 2020, they reclassified it as a documentary. I shot at Midway Airport in Chicago, if anyone knows that airport. And I was originally just walking in the background, like on the concourse. And then an assistant director grabbed me, he brings me into the front of the bar where they're actually doing the filming. And he sits me down, he gives me a beer, gives me a paper, he's like, "Read the paper, act natural, don't look at the camera." And I noticed that 6 feet in front of me is Steven Soderbergh, the director. 6 feet to my left is Gwyneth Paltrow, the founder of Goop.com. So we shoot 10 or 20 takes over about 90 minutes. We're wrapping up filming, and I'm like, I have to talk to her. I didn't say anything the whole time. This is my opportunity to say something to Gwyneth Paltrow. I'm thinking of all the films that she's in. I just watched the film 7. If you haven't seen 7, I'm going to ruin this film ending too. The final scene of the film, her decapitated head is in a cardboard box. Without thinking, I blurt out to Gwyneth, "Hey Gwyneth, I just watched 7. I'm glad to see your head is still connected to your shoulders." I didn't realize how awkward it was until it came out of my mouth. That gets her attention for the first time in 2 hours. She slowly turns her head, she stares into my soul. She looks angry and then a little bit confused. She turns back to Steven Soderbergh and she yells out, "Why is Jim Carrey here?" You guys been a lot of fun. My name is Bill Conry.